You know what you signed up for. No friends, no relationships. What we do is too important.
A Heart of Stone is such an exciting movie. I loved it. I can't wait to see it again with all the effects put in there. But Gal, we'll start with you. The action in this is on another level than what we've seen you do before. What was your process for getting ready to perform a lot of these scenes?
Months of preparations and different workouts and trainings and everything. It was very full on, but we all knew that was going to be the case. It's such an action-packed film that we knew we were going to have to be as prepped as possible.
Alia, what was the biggest challenge of going from Bollywood to Hollywood?
I have to say, on day one, speaking, because I'm so used to speaking in Hindi, suddenly on day one, speaking in English was weird, even though I speak in English most of the time. But acting in English suddenly felt a bit strange. But apart from that day one, two kind of awkwardness, I really, really felt that it was the same. The process of a film set world over is exactly the same.
Gal, you're also a producer on Heart of Stone. Why did you want to get into that aspect, that side of the business?
I just really wanted to make this film. I think after the success of Wonder Woman, I realized there was more space, more room for female-led films in the action genre. And we just went for it. I think after the success, I realized there was audience for these type of movies. And as long as you create a story that you believe is good and strong and has all the right elements in a good balance, then it has the potential to be a great success. And that was, that was the thing that really gave me the boost of confidence to go for it.
Gal, the spy genre is so old. It's lasted for decades. Was that a genre though that you looked at and wanted to really sink your teeth into?
It's a genre that I enjoy. It's, growing up and even to this day, watching Bond, Mission Impossible, Born Identity, Die Hard, all these films, it's like the perfect escapism. I love them. The suspense, the twists and turns, the action, the scope, the characters. And that was something that I always wanted to do.
Alia, what goes into playing a good villain?
Belief in your purpose, because I think there are two sides to a story, right? And sometimes you're on the right side, sometimes you're on the wrong side, or sometimes you're just on opposite sides. So as long as your side is what you truly and deeply believe in, the other people are the villain. You're not the villain, really.
Gal, how do you think you'd fare as a real life spy?
I think my height would give me grief because it's hard to blend in. But other than that, I think I'll be a pretty good one. Not the most amazing one, but I'll be a solid one.
So this movie deals with AI. AI is one of the central themes of this movie, and all of a sudden, AI is everywhere. You can't turn on the news without hearing about it. So, to you both, what did you feel about that? Like that this sort of played out in real life. What happens in the movie?
I mean, I've always believed anything, any excess of anything is not really great. And I feel like we've definitely, while there's been a lot of benefits of technology, I think there's an excess of this invisible sort of power, which we think we're leading, but actually is leading us. So I think it's important to just find that balance and know what you're really getting into.
Yeah, I think AI was always a hot topic, but we didn't anticipate it. Certainly not when we first, conceptualized the script and were working on the story. We didn't realize it's going to be such a hot topic when it's going to come out. Look, I think it's fascinating. AI is an incredible, intelligent power. It's an incredible power that could be incredible, like I said, on the one hand, but could be very dangerous on the other hand. I mean, I bet a lot of people seen the ChatGPT CEO was talking about how we need to do some regulations and make sure that we're not, slow down. So I think we should be very careful with the way that we handle that.
How many in the welcome party?
6 of them.
Finesse the majors, that's my form of reparations. They said you can't slide, you're a treasure to the nation.
Hardly seems fair.